Hello, hello, hello. I hope that you all are well. Come on in, come on in. I hope that y'all are well. Come on in, sunshine. Please let me know in the comments where you are watching from. And let me know in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Put a 1 in the comments for me if you can hear me clearly. And happy, magnificent Man of Mondays, as I like to call them. Hello, hello. Come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. My eyelash. Do me a favor and put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly. And also let me know where you're watching from before I get started. For those who do not know me, my name is Elle Antoinette and I am a feminine business strategist. And what I do is that I help my amazing clients who are high performing feminine, feminine self-care, Can I talk today? Feminine service providers. I support these amazing women by teaching them how to create digital business models so that they're able to do their sacred work from anywhere in the entire world. It is something that I have been doing for the past year, and I support my clients in teaching them how to live a digital nomad lifestyle as a feminine CEO so they're not stressed and they actually get to enjoy their success. I have clients, my client roster consists of moms, my client roster consists of wives, they consist of daughters, single friends. Like it's just, I have a plethora of amazing women that come to work with me. And if you are a queen who is wanting to get on the digital nomad journey, you don't want to stay stuck, then this is going to support you on today. And I wanted to do this live. It's called Serve Don't Scam, the success path. Hey, my love, the success path toward digital nomadism as a woman, because a lot of people in the country, the United States currently is 17.3 million people are digital nomads, right? Not everyone is successful on the digital nomad journey. And I'm going to tell you, like, one of the major reasons why people are not successful. And it's really going to hit you towards the end, but I'm going to use these examples to kind of show you. If you've never watched me before, what you'll learn about me is that when I speak and when I teach on things, I come from three places. I come from scripture, science, and psychology, okay? Because I believe in giving you coaching that you can go back and you can look up for yourself. You can see these things for yourself and you can start to implement these things. All of the programs and different things that I have are rooted in all three of those things. So it's very important for you to understand where the things are coming from before you apply them to your life, okay? So today I'm going to be talking about why a lot of or how you can make sure that you're being supported as a digital nomad. Because a lot of women talk to me all the time. They say, I want to travel the world. I want to take my kids. I want to do this stuff. But I am really nervous about making money. I am really concerned about what I'm going to be able to do. I'm worried about all that type of stuff. I'm going to support you today so you can stop worrying about that. Because I'm going to tell you what normally happens with people and why they're normally not successful while doing this actual journey, okay? So, again, for those who do not know me, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine business strategist. And what I do is I help my amazing clients who are feminine service providers. I help those amazing women build out digital business models so that they're able to work from anywhere in the world. I mean, doing your sacred work in Jamaica, doing your sacred work wherever you are. That is literally what I'm doing all year. If you've been watching me, you know I've spent time and I've been living in Canada. I've been living in Houston. I've been living in Tennessee. I've been living in Louisiana. I've been living in DC. Like, I've been living all over the country and out of the country all year. And so I support women in getting that done. Okay. So I'm getting to the topic at hand, my love. So with that being said, if you are an amazing woman who is ready to get on that journey, make sure that you stay tuned because there is so much more. You can't hear me because there's someone else talking, as in verbally, on your device? Because I'm a little confused. Does anybody else hear two voices? Okay, so Laura, you're hearing two voices. Does anyone else know? Okay, Mary, you're not hearing two voices. Okay, Arshia, you're not. There may be something with your connection, my love, because no one else is hearing this. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about serve, don't scam. With everything that's happening in society right now, especially, the other day I spoke a little bit on the situation with the hey my love with the singer and the allegations against the big hip hop mogul, of course, because I don't want to be sued. I'm not dropping any names, but y'all get my drift. I'm going to remind you and put you in position to realize that no matter what you do in this life, you're going to not get you don't get away with anything. The bill always comes due. And so I want to put you in position to where you're not finding yourself in a position where you are truly, truly scamming people. You are actually serving them. Because some of us are out here doing this thing for money, and that's why you're not getting any money. That's why you can't keep money. And I've talked to you guys about the 3 frequencies when it comes down to money. There are people who can get money. If you work a 2-week, you work a 9 to 5, anybody can get money. There are the people who can manage money. That's a different level. Then you have the people who keep money, as in keep money coming in because there's a flow of currency, because they understand the levels of mastery. If you can't get money and manage money, you're not going to be able to keep money coming in. Okay, that's just the reality of this thing. And so I really want us to get down to the bottom of how you should be really serving, so you don't scam yourself, so you don't scam other people, and so you don't put yourself in a position that years down the line people are calling you out and accusing you of things that you have done because you have not done the work on your character. One of the major things that women come and work with me, we are very grounded when it comes down to how you operate spiritually and scripturally. Don't be out here trying to scam. It tells you all through our scripture that when you try to scam somebody in business, or you try to acquire wealth or money in a way that is scamming or stealing, you're not going to be able to keep it. You're not going to be able to keep your thumb on people and do low down stuff and think it's not going to come out. That's not the way this works. Okay. And there are a lot of people who are doing things in business and just in life in general, right? Because I'm going to tell you something. Your life character and your business character are the same person. I don't care how you try to portray it and make it seem like, oh, you're this and that. Who you are in real life is who you are in business. If you procrastinate in real life, you procrastinate on major things in business. You're not going to be able to convince me of the same. You can only wear a mask for so long before it becomes difficult to breathe and you start slipping. The real you starts to seep out, okay? And I'm going to tell you something that you have to understand about people who want to ascend in business and be great. There are 3 things, if you notice, that always take people down when they get to a high level. Is one of these 3 things. It's either they have abused their power, they have done something deviant in the area of sexual activity and broken someone in that space, or they have done something inappropriate or illegal when it comes down to money. You will always see who a person really is when they obtain one of those 3 things or all of those 3 things. When a person gets power, you're going to see how they operate. If you don't believe me, look at, I think it's called the Stanford experiment, where they took some college class kids and they did a prison experiment. They made half of them guards and they made the other half prison mates, okay? Do you know that when them people got in that role of power, they started mistreating those other classmates? They really got in the mind frame that they were prisoners. They started mistreating them. Those particular prisoners became very anxious, depressed, stressed, sick. See, when you give a person power, when you give a person money, when you give a person access to being able to get bodies, it amplifies who they truly are. When you don't deal with who you are at the core, we're going to see who you are as you rise. I think Dr. Miles Monroe said it best. If you don't fix your underclothes as you stand up and you rise, we gonna see what's underneath your skirt. And that is the reality of it. Your character needs to be primary over everything when you're operating in business. And so today I'm going to really be speaking on how you can serve and not scam yourself, other people, or your legacy for long term. Because let me tell you something, that man's legacy is ruined. I don't care what nobody say. He can try to frequency himself up to the highest whatever. Let me tell you something. That reputation is ruined because that 19-hour payoff says something. It said that it's way more than what she said up in there. It's what it says. I'm not saying no names. I don't want to get sued, beloved. But the mogul that just recently settled out of court. Okay? So today I'm talking about serve, don't scam. This is the success path that you can create for yourself if you want to operate and work from and do your sacred work from anywhere in the entire world as a woman. Okay? These are the things that you really have to get into. There's 4 key things I'm a tap on. Okay? I'm a tap on. Absolutely, I believe it's hush money because I don't think she was lying. I don't think she lied at all. I think she actually was very smart about how she did it. Because how about I get to expose exactly what happened, not in full detail, but I don't have to face you in court. Because if I face you in court, we have to dissect every single detail of what actually happened, which means we have to call in people who can confirm these things. And see, then we get to dive deeper into some more things, and we don't really want to do that, so we want to close that out. That's what that looked like. Okay? All right. So let's take from that, and let's not do this in your business. So you cannot be known as a thief, as a power deviant, as a person with bad character, as a person, your legacy not being what it needs to be. Okay? Now that I'm off that, let me give you my 3-part success strategy system. Well, no, first let me tell you that you're currency. You are time, energy, attention, and money. You are extremely valuable. Stop letting people play with you. See, when you don't know your identity and you don't know your value, people can play with you. People can play with you. When you don't, let me tell you something. I'm going to say this, and I promise this last thing I'm saying about this. That girl was 19 when she met old boy, and he was 37. That baby did not understand her value. She didn't understand that she was time, energy, attention, and money herself. She wouldn't have succumbed to those things, right? She wouldn't have given all of that time. She wouldn't have given all of that energy. She wouldn't have focused all of that attention. She wouldn't have sacrificed herself, enslaved herself for their money. She wouldn't have been stuck in that type of situation had someone been building her up since she was a child to understand her innate value. But we don't do that. We talk crazy to our kids because we lack emotional control within ourselves. We talk crazy to our kids and try to get them to rationalize and understand that you don't know how hard it is for me because I have to pay bills. Of course they don't. They are children. They can't rationalize that. They don't understand what a bill is. They don't know what it is to go out here and work. They don't know what you're sacrificing. And for good reason. Because why would a child need to carry that type of stress, carry your stress? They didn't ask to be here. We have to start dealing with the responsibility of ourselves. How we manage ourselves, how we manage our time, how we manage our energy, how we manage our attention, how we manage our money. You are all of these things. You are time. Most High gave you great time. Amazing amount of time for you to do everything you're supposed to do here on this earth. The Most High gave you a multitude of beautiful energies. You let people play on your energy, though, because you want to people please and look like a good girl, a good woman, a good person, instead of looking like the authentic, competent, full-fledged, confident woman that you actually are, that's not afraid to say no. See, you don't want to say no in your energy drain, and you mad why nobody supports you. But it's because you don't understand that you actually are energy. So you don't manage it well. You don't understand the beauty of your energy. You don't understand the dynamics of who you are. You don't get that, and because you don't get that, you don't protect that. That's what's happening. You don't realize that you should be your favorite subject to study next to the one that created you because you are truly that energetically valuable. You want feminine energy, but you won't tune into your own energy so that you can actually access the energy that is you. That's why you're not oozing it, because you don't protect it. You don't realize it's a vulnerability. Just like you don't realize your attention is a vulnerability because you also are attention. You don't have a focus issue. You don't have an issue paying attention to things. You're paying attention to the wrong thing. How did you get your client to go from charging $250 to her making like up to $15,000 in less than 30 days? We shifted her attention. That's what we did. We shifted her attention and she became an energetic match to be able to receive that. That's how she got it. I didn't give her no wham bam thing. It's the same thing I give all of my clients. It's the same thing I gave my client who went from being a 6-figure business owner to a multi-6-figure business owner. It's the same formula that I have given my client who was a 5-figure business owner who is now a 6-figure business owner. It's the same formula I gave my client who literally hit 6 figures last week on her birthday. So it's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. We are shifting your attention to where it needs to be. The reason why you ain't got no money because you ain't focused on the right thing. You focused on the wrong thing. See, some of y'all are supposed to be in a space where you're supposed to be focusing on your purpose, but you too relationship driven. And because you so are relationship driven, you can't focus on what you need to do. So your purpose goes down the drain and you wondering why your relationship ain't working and why you still don't feel fulfilled. You focused on the wrong thing because your attention. Your attention is divided. Wherever your attention is, that's where your energy is going. That's where your time is going to go. Okay, let's talk about how you are money. It says in scripture, Proverbs 8:12, that you have creative and witty inventions in your very being. Them people told you that writing was not going to make you a good career. And you stopped writing when it's writers out there being paid. You stopped cooking because somebody who told you, who was trying to cook to make money, and you cook for art and you cook for love, so the creativity flows from it and it hits different and people want to pay you for your experience. You let somebody talk you out your spot because they was trying to slave themselves into a salary that wasn't in alignment with their assignment. See, you listening to the wrong people. So you're overworking yourself for money instead of actually tapping into the creativity that you have to create income. Do you realize that money itself is 75% cotton, 25% linen? It literally is paper. It has no value. It has not been backed by gold since 1971, when that president eliminated that. They have been telling us that it's so valuable and we have been slaving for it because we never got off the plantation. Let's really talk about it, because when you put money up here, this is exactly what the Most High is speaking about. The love of money is the root of all evil, because you will slave yourself for it. You will exhaust yourself for it. You will lay on your back for it. You will do all of these things for it except for creative, because you don't know that you already are that. So because you don't know that you are that, you become a slave to it because you worship it and you need it so much and you chase it so much, and that's why it runs from you. That's why you can't keep no money in your hands. That's why nothing seems to never be enough for you. It's because you don't understand that the value is in you. And it's sad to me that your 9-to-5 know that you are the value of their company, which is why they pay you a cheap salary. That's why they have a human resource department to manage you, because you're the human resource that's getting them to the space of achieving their vision. Meanwhile, where they're paying you cheaply to forget your own and exhausting you to oblivion, to when you get home, you can't even focus on doing anything on your own. That's the gimmick. That's the game. But that's what happens when you don't understand your innate value. You let people use you. You let people get over on you. And then people start playing you. And then you want to get mad and play the victim, when in reality, nobody can play you without your position, your permission, your participation, or the fact that you weren't paying attention. And most of us don't pay attention. We're too busy projecting and not paying attention. You are time, energy, attention, and money. You should not be asking, begging, screaming, pleading, compromising yourself for these things. You should be creating space and opportunity for these things to flourish, so you make the most of these things. Because I'm trying to see when the last time a Netflix and chill was a good return on your investment. I'm trying to understand how you just meeting somebody and you allowing them to tell you or invite you to a Netflix and chill for 2, 5, 6 hours, whatever this is. What's the return on your investment? Like, for real. How is that in the long run benefit you in real time? When you really want companionship and you really want long term, you just settle. You settle when you don't know your identity. You settle when you don't know your value. Put in the comments for me, I am currency, because I need everyone to understand that authentically, naturally, in your very being, you are valuable. You don't have to perform. When you get out of performative mindset, you stop trying to act feminine. You stop trying to act like be a nice person. You stop acting and you start being. And that's what a lot of people miss. You are a human being, not a human doing. You are a human being, but now your mindset, all you want to do is do, because you don't understand the value in being. Okay? The next thing I need you to understand, outside of knowing that you are currency, is I need you to understand that not value. There's a three-part, that belief impacts your biology, and your biology influences the way you behave. Whatever you believe about yourself, the body's coming into agreement with, the behavior is going to exhibit. Point blank, period, the end. If you believe that if you walk outside in the rain, it's going to touch your skin and it's going to burn your skin up, guess what you're going to do? The body's going to go into a like a scared state, an anxiety-driven state, when it has to even think about going outside. And guess what you're not going to do? You're not going to go outside. So that's the behavior. You're going to become you're going to become recluse. So this is why it's so important for you to guard. When Most High tells you to guard your gates, eyes, ears, womb gates, if you didn't know that was a gate, it's a gate. Okay, let me put you on game. It's a very powerful gate at that. But when he's talking about guarding your gates and different things like that, it's so important for you to understand that when you see something and you believe it and it is not right, that is a misaligned belief. And when you have a misaligned belief present within your mind, it has an impact on how you respond to things emotionally and how you act. You ever seen somebody believe a lie? You want to know what the ramifications look like of believing a lie? Go ahead and do your research on the town Rosewood in Florida, and let's talk about how old girl lied and said dude raped her, okay? SA'd her. Sorry, I'm on TikTok. And in him doing that, they burned the whole town, basically by massacring a whole bunch of people in there based on a lie. Misaligned beliefs are extremely deadly and dangerous to allow into your space. So guard your gates. Check behind stuff. If you check behind things, you won't start applying the wrong things to your life and start performing and wondering why these things aren't working. That's why your femininity tricks that you're getting off TikTok and stuff not working for you. That's why those things are not really working for you. You have to start paying attention to this stuff because it is very serious. Start guarding your gates, okay? And really start paying attention to this thing. So your belief impacts your biology, and your biology impacts the way that your belief impacts your biology, and your biology influences the way that you behave as a woman. The next thing I need you to understand is that there's a 3-part success strategy system that I teach my clients and I live by. This is how my clients are able to do as well as they're doing, from healing addictions to healing marriages to healing relationships with other people to 10xing their income to elevating their business revenue. All these different type of things literally come from this success strategy right here. Number 1, obedience to spiritual law. I'm going to teach you the game on how to follow through with that on one example today. Very, very well, because I never really do that, but I'm going to do that now because I think it's very important that people need to understand that having the spiritual grounding as your foundation in your business creates a great sustainability more than you understand. And I'm really trying to put you on game so you do not bankrupt your business by having bad character or by making bad moves. I've done a lot of the research for you. You can go and research these things for yourself as well. I'm going to tell you where you can go and you can find them. And if you really want to know how to put all of this into place, then I have something that can support you. I have a clear blueprint. All right. So success strategy number 1, the first part of that is obedience to spiritual law. Obedience to spiritual law for me looks like scripture. It could look like whatever for anyone else. You do what works necessarily best for you. I'm only doing what I know works. I'm only teaching what I know works and where I've got repeated results. So I'm sticking to the script. It ain't broke. I ain't trying to fix it, okay? The second thing that you have to understand is that it's understanding the science of yourself as well as understanding the science of everyone else around you. If you are a woman who desires a partner, okay? If you are a woman who desires to elevate her business, if you are a woman who desires to be a mother, if you are already all of these things, wife, whatever, if you are already all of these things, this is something you still need to understand about self. Society has taught us how to understand the art of being a woman, the art of womanhood, which is very like aesthetically, very, performative in some instances. It's very soft. It's very all of these things, right? This is the artsy side of femininity. What has been lacking from society that they have not told you that I teach clearly because I had to learn it the hard way is the science of your feminine design and how it operates. If you don't know how you operate internally, you cannot say you have chemistry with somebody else because you don't understand chemically how you work. We operate scientifically different from the way that men operate, from the way we think, the way we respond. All of these things, we operate very differently. If you don't know the science of yourself by first knowing that you have 4 phases in your menstrual cycle, not just one 5 to 7 days period that you're bleeding every month. You have a follicular phase, an ovulation phase, a luteal phase, a menstrual phase. You have all 4 of those phases. And guess what? You are basically 4 different women in all of those phases. And the reason why you come across as moody to your man, to your children, to all of these people, right, is because you don't understand those aspects and those archetypes of who you are during those periods. Therefore, you fight that. And because you fight that, what ends up happening is you're at war with yourself, so you have no choice but to battle with everyone else outside of yourself. This is what it looks like to be misaligned with your womb. This is what womb misalignment looks like. Womb misalignment can happen for several reasons and several different things. How do I know I have womb misalignment? Is your cycle coming? Because your womb is your internal GPS. Your mind is the control center of your body, but your womb is your internal GPS. It's telling you where you at. If you have a stop of flow as a woman, when you are basically in comparison, femininity is in comparison to water, powerful, flowing, all of that. If you have no flow as a woman, that's because there is imbalance. And I'm speaking to you as a woman who had that imbalance and who struggled with it for 20 years and who was able to reverse exactly what the doctor said I could not reverse without all of their medications or any of that other stuff they were trying to offer me. I'm telling you what it is. You have to understand the dynamics of how you operate as a woman, the science of how you operate. If you understand your chemistry, and let's talk about chemistry for a minute, because everybody has to do high school chemistry. We all know that there are chemicals that we just don't mix. And some of us learn that the hard way by trying to clean out the bathroom and mixing 50 million chemicals like we crazy, okay? And then we passed out, all right? So a lot of us had to learn the hard way, and by doing different experiments, that, you take one chemical, you put it with the other one, it don't mix, it's going to blow up, it's going to do whatever, right? When you understand your dynamic chemistry as a woman, the way you chemically operate, scientifically, the way you operate, you know what substances don't mix with you. Because you know if you mix with that substance, then it's going to be an explosion. And it's not going to be the one that you want. It's going to be the one from hell. Okay? But if you can't possibly measure chemistry between you and a man when you don't understand the science of yourself. You don't know your science. You think you know his science? He has a specific science as well. And so when I say the second part of the success strategy system is understanding the science of yourself and understanding the science of everything else around you, I'm speaking about aligning with your cycle, aligning with understanding how you connect to the elements, aligning with understanding how you connect with men and how you guys we need each other, okay? And why we need each other and how we operate differently so you don't take offense because we're more emotional in this aspect. Like, you have to understand the science of yourself and the science of everything else around you if you want to have more of a cohesive life. The reason why a lot of women don't have cohesive relationships, not even friendships, healthy friendships with men who don't want to sleep with them, okay? Because a lot of y'all keep men around y'all that really want to sleep with y'all that really ain't y'all friend. You really can build a tribe of amazing men around you who are not trying to come at you like that when you understand the science of men. So then you position the right people around you instead of just putting somebody around you because you just want a man presence, okay? It's about the right chemistry. Chemistry by definition is, yes, it's attraction, but it's also the ability to actually work together on something, okay? You don't know your own chemistry. You don't understand what chemistry looking like with you and old boy. So please, let's just pause, okay? That's the second part of the success strategy. The third part is knowing your personal psychology. Now, instead of judging the women and the people that came before you for choosing the men they chose, making the decisions they made, doing the things they did, how about take your glasses off from your view, look at them as human beings, and see where the gap is. We all came here with the birthright of abundance. Get into it. John 10:10, okay? Says the enemies come to steal, kill, and destroy, but the Messiah is come to give you life and give you life abundantly. Abundance, by definition, means plentifulness. So when you say ain't no good men out here, baby, you talking lack because it's plentifulness. When you saying it ain't no money out here, you talking lack because it's plentifulness. When you were saying that you can't do whatever, you were speaking in lack. And that's because you don't understand your birthright is abundance, which lets me know that the people that came before you weren't living an abundant life. And so if you want that, you're going to have to change the pattern, change the cycle. And the only way you can change the cycle and the trajectory of your lineage is to look at those women and the people that came before you without judgmental glasses, looking at them as human beings that just happen to be people that rear you, see where the holes were in their life, and make sure you won't have those same holes. Because I'm going to tell you something, little baby. I know we love to think that we so different from our mamas and the people who reared us, but you ain't never going to get an orange from an apple tree. You ain't never finna get a pear from a peach tree, okay? And you're never going to get an apple from a lemon tree. You are a product of where you come from. And there are some things that you have to address and deal with, because there are some things that you get from family that you absolutely keep, that you bring and keep carrying for legacy, and there are things you need to throw in the trash. But while you are throwing those things in the trash that don't serve you, you don't have to have a judgmental eye for this one, because the eye you have and the judgment you have and the unforgiveness you have is going to block your ability to ooze feminine energy. Unforgiveness and feminine energy do not go together. Nope. So you can't be mad at your mama and think you finna get a good man and do that. Because I'm going to tell you something, that man paying attention to how you treat your mama. Pick somebody else to play with. If he a good one, pick somebody else to play with. I'm trying to tell you what I know, okay? So that's the 3-part success strategy system. Obedience to spiritual law, understanding the science of yourself, and understanding the science of everything else around you, as well as knowing your personal psychology, because it all matters, all right? So let's go ahead and get into Serve, Don't Scam, the success path toward digital nomadism is a woman, if you are prepared for that journey. And I'm going to give you scripture to kind of back it all up so you don't violate spiritual law. So what I'm teaching you right now is like, this is basically like how not to have your business go broke in 2024 by making these mistakes. Okay, we see it happen all the time. We see scammers get exposed all the time. I'm really trying to support you in not being a scammer by even scamming yourself, because sometimes we can really scam ourselves and play ourselves and really think this is what we're supposed to be doing, when in reality is not. You saw somebody do something, you got emotional, you felt like you could do it too. Now you out here taking money and you really can't. That's not really not your thing. This is why I sell the FEMA bundle, which is the Feminine Emotional Mastery Accelerator course. You've got to stop moving by your emotions as a woman. Like, yes, there are times to be emotional, but you can't make your decisions based on your feelings. Your feelings are too fickle. Scripture even tells you about completely, solely allowing yourself to sit in your heart and make decisions from that. You can't do that. You have to start making some different decisions. And one of the things I want you to pay attention to too is a lot of us will have these moments where we feel like the Most High has given us this amazing idea for us to do. The Creator's given all these great things for us to do in the world, right? For us to be able to knock these things out. Why are you not going to ask the one that gave you the gifts? This is how I see it. And it's just me. I didn't create the earth. I didn't create the world. I didn't create none of this. This ain't my playground. Let me just keep it like that. This ain't my playground. And because it's not my playground, I don't know how it's designed. I don't know if it's landmines or traps around it. I don't really know what's popping and what's going on. So the first thing that I'm going to have to do is that if I want to be successful with the visions that I keep getting about how I'm going to be on stage, how I'm going to be doing this, how I'm going to be doing that. Number one is I got to be open to listen. And see, a lot of us, I'm going to tell you some real truth right now. 97% of people want to change. They do. They do. Only 3% are truly going to attempt to actually do the work to actually try to change. A nice percentage of that 3% is going to either fall off or get real complacent and just do just enough to get by. And then you're going to have that 1% that extremely excels exactly at what it is that they're doing. And the reason why that 1% tends to excel is because they continue to listen. They're open to listen. See, we claim all day long we want support. Teach me how to lose weight. Teach me how to do this. Teach me how to do that. You don't need anyone to teach you how to lose weight, because what you know is if you want to lose weight, you need to eat less and move more. If you want to gain weight, you need to move a little less and eat a little more. See, these are things that you already know about yourself. Tell the truth about what you need. Maybe you need accountability. See, that's where you got to be honest. See, we speak on things and we say we want things, but we don't realize the things that we're asking for if we really want them. Oh my God, I want a man so bad. You want attention. You don't want a relationship, because a relationship requires you to do a level of work that you ain't even did within yourself. So how are you going to manage a relationship? You want attention. Baby, go outside and get cute. Like, you see, that's how you put yourself in situations that you aren't ready for, and you end up harming yourself and harming other people. And guess what, baby? Universal law is universal law. You're going to get back what you put out there, because it's your responsibility to assess your actions and your thoughts and the things that you do before you do them. Period. That ain't on nobody but you. So you have to be open. If you're saying, because some of y'all was, because I'm going to tell y'all, some people will get on a call, and even with me, and be like, oh my gosh, they tell me everything that's going on with them. And I'm like, okay, I'm listening. And then I'm like, okay. So then I begin to start telling them things. And they're like, oh yes, I know, because I've done this, I've done that. Pause. If you know, and you've done, and you do, then why don't you have the results? Why are you talking to me? If you know, and you've done, and you do, then why are you here? Why isn't it working? See, you got to be open to listen. It tells you in Proverbs 1:5, the wise will hear and increase their learning, and the person of understanding will acquire wise counsel and the skill to steer his course wisely and lead others to truth. That's what it say. Thank you, my love. That's what it say. The wise will hear and increase their learning. The more you learn things that are applicable to what you need for your gifts, you amplify your gifts. You know what happens when you amplify your gifts? You become an income increasing asset. Income does not just mean money. It means what flows to you, baby. You become affluent, more affluent, where you actually get to bask in the opulence that's coming your way. Because you took wisdom. You accepted wisdom. You submitted to wisdom. Hello, because that's what it is. You don't just, oh yes, it's you submit to wisdom before you can give wisdom. And if you can't, you're not open to listen because you feel like you already know, because you done read all the self-help books. You ain't did none of this stuff in them books. Don't come over here talking about what you did, and what you do. Because where's the fruit? You will know them by their fruit. Fruit looking real rotten, but you want to tell me what you did, do, and know? But yet you produce rotten fruit? Make it make sense. When you're not open to listen, and people, and the Most High puts people in your area, your magnetic field, and you begin to listen to them, but you don't adhere to what is happening, that means that you don't want wisdom. You don't desire to actually improve your life, because wisdom means that you're going to take the knowledge that I'm giving you, apply it to your life, implement it in a way that it delivers different results for you. That's what that actually looks like. Okay? That's what it looks like. Oh, honey, that's all you're going to get from me. You're going to get scripture, science, and psychology, because all of those things are very vital, and it's how we operate and how we run. We literally, operate is the best word. It's how we operate. We operate on a spiritual level, a scientific level, and a psychological level. And if you don't understand those things and those elements about yourself, you're going to spend your life very confused. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for us as women. We're confused. The reason why men act the way they act is because we're confused about ourselves. So we allow them to act that way. Hello. We don't want to take that type of accountability. But if every single woman got on the same page, and actually aligned with her frequency and treated herself like it says in Genesis, that she was created in the image of the Most High, that she was created in the likeness in the Most High, that ye are gods, that she is uniquely and beautifully and wonderfully made. If she really stood in, every single woman stood in that frequency, no man would have any other choice but to honor that. All men would have to honor that. They would have to submit to that. Because you know what that is, baby? Wisdom. And if you look at scripture, wisdom is described as what? A her. Hello. That's why when it says that a man that finds a wife finds a good thing because he earns favor with the Lord, that's because that woman actually operates in her favor. Baby, you ain't favor if you don't know how to operate, if you don't know who you are. You're not favor. You ain't. If nobody's going to tell you the truth, I'm going to tell you. You ain't favor. See, when you're favor when you understand that your currency. You're favor when you understand that nobody can play with you because you don't play about you. That's when you know you favor. You ain't favor when you spread yourself thin because you desperate looking for somebody and just picking up anything that comes your way. You feel like you have to do so much for everybody. Baby, that ain't favor. That's a do girl. That gets done in. Okay? That's what that is. That's a do girl who ain't open to listen. And I see y'all all in these women, even the women that I actually, applaud and I relate to their content. I see you in their comments arguing with them. I see you in men's comments arguing with men when they are telling you what they want from women. I see you telling a man what he wants. Like, you the man, but you want him. See, this needs to make sense. You're asking this woman for her advice on how to be more feminine, and then you say, I don't want to do all that. Girl, stay by yourself. Stay by yourself with your miserable friends. Because y'all don't listen. You stiff neck. That's a biblical. You stiff neck. That's true tea. And because you stiff neck, ain't nobody gonna try to turn your neck around. Not even a man, even with all his strength. He won't. Number 2. After being open to listen, because you got to hear exactly what it is in the direction that you're supposed to be going in. Don't lean to your own understanding. Be open to listen. Oh, it's in scripture where it talks about a stiff-necked people. Very much so. We all can be a very much so a stiff-necked people. Everyone in their own way. Okay. All right. Number 2. The second way that you can actually serve and not scam after being open to listen and getting, the different things. The second thing you're going to have to do is that you're going to have to honor your creator. Because I'm going to tell you something. I just got through telling y'all, I didn't create the earth. I didn't create this. This is not my playground. So I don't know where the landmines are. I don't know where the traps are. I don't know where these things are. So I have to wake up every single morning and ask the Most High to guide my footsteps, to carry me to speak to the things that I'm supposed to speak on, to serve and go and be in a position where my clients are, to do all of these things. I honor my creator by asking first, because this ain't my house. And I don't understand how we feel like we get pissed off when people come in our house and walk around our house like they own it, when we do the same thing on this earth and we don't ask no questions. And then we wonder why things don't go the way that we desire them to really go, because we're doing what we want to do in somebody else's house. You're not honoring the guest. You're not honoring the homeowner. So why do you expect to be successful in the homeowner's home? Make it make sense. You expect to excel in a space that you don't even choose to honor the person in ownership? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And this you can find in scripture because it says it in Proverbs 1:7. The reverent fear of the Lord that is worshiping him, truly regarding him as awesome, is the beginning and the preeminent to the part of knowledge. It is the essence. It is the start of wisdom. You would want to go to the creator instead of going to creations. Because what I'm going to tell you what, and people ask me all the time, how did you know you were supposed to do this work? You know how I knew? Because I was so engulfed in the creator and really wanting to understand my dynamic and who I was, that the Most High began to reveal certain things to me. And I remember being on a 3-way call with 2 of my friends from college. And I remember us having this fire conversation, and the Most High said, "You supposed to be waking women up." And I was like, pause. I felt that on the inside of me. I said, pause, what are you talking about? Because listen, I'm not fake with y'all, and I'm not going to fake how I be with the Most High. What are you talking about? So then I start fleshing this out with a friend as I got off the phone, who also is in relationship with the Most High. See, the thing is, when I'm talking about the Most High, I'm not consulting somebody who don't consult the Most High about what the Most High said with me, and I'm trying to understand what's going on. That don't make sense. So I'm having this conversation with my girl. I'm like, Most High is like, we supposed to be waking people up. I'm supposed to be waking people up. I'm supposed to be doing this. And she began to speak and say a bunch of stuff that I was not ready for, but I knew was true because it was things that me and the Most High had talked about in silent. What the Creator will do is that when you go to the Creator will operate via creations till you can get what you want and get what you need. Do you know people have come to me because I stood in the fullness of what I was supposed to do and offered me entry into 10K programs, 15K programs, 20K programs for free. They came looking for me. I didn't go looking for them. I didn't go looking for these people. They saw me. They saw the Most High working through me. And they said, no, I'm going to teach you how to streamline and do this. And no, you're not paying me because this is this. No. I'm telling you what it is. I'm telling you what it is. Another person is not confirming something for you. They are affirming it. The confirmation you received when you got the order. When you got the instruction, that's the confirmation. The affirmation from other people that are coming to speak on the private conversation that you had, they just affirming it. That's just to get you bucked up and get you confident about getting it done. That's it. If I'm just being real with you, that's it. Ooh, my New Orleans came out. But that's it. That's it. That's them coming to you and telling you, right? And affirming to you what that is. And you like, oh my gosh. And this ain't gonna do nothing but get you hyped so you can actually get it done. That's it. That is really it. They're not confirming anything for you. A creation can't confirm that for you. They can only affirm these things for you. So it's very important that, number one, like I said, you are open to listen, because you got to know what direction you're supposed to be going in. You got to know what gifts you're supposed to be tuning into so you amplify, so you can create more income for yourself. You got to know these things, and you have to know that you got to respect the householder, head of household. And and don't get me wrong, if you created the earth, then respect yourself. Okay? Do what you want to do. But as for me, I didn't create this mug. So I'm not really, and I've only been here for 39 years, okay? It'll be 40 next month. I only been here 39 years. So I don't really know too much. I don't know enough. So how about I ask the one who's been here from the beginning to guide me? It just makes more sense to me. I don't know about y'all, but it just makes more sense to me, okay? So that would be the second thing, is to honor the head of household, please. Please, do it for yourself. Because I'm going to tell you something. When you honor the head of household, they make sure you being a guest is such a pleasurable experience. It's such a pleasurable experience to treat a guest that appreciates being in your home. You understand what I'm saying? It hits different. It absolutely hits different. Okay? I have services and different things that you can click on in the link in the bio, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a little bit, about how to get on calls with me and how to work with me. Okay? Number 3, don't be distracted. Okay? I don't know if y'all going to like what I'm going to say, but I'm going to just say it anyway. It says in scripture in Proverbs 1:10, my son, if sinners entice you, don't consent. Let's talk about sin. Let's talk about sin real quick for 1 second, okay? Sin, by definition, basically means to miss the mark. Okay? So when I say don't be distracted, don't allow people into your life that make you miss your mark. I'm going to say that again. Let's run it back one more time for the people in the back. When I say don't be distracted, do not allow people into your space, into your environment, into your heart, into your life. Okay? Into your life, that are going to stop you from missing your mark. That's your mark. That's your responsibility. That other person ain't got nothing to do with that, and you can't blame them. This is your mark. So when it says don't let sinners entice you, it is saying don't put yourself in a position to where you playing with people that got you not handling your business. You ain't standing on business because you with these. You ain't standing on business. All these memes standing on boxes, writing business on your shoes. You ain't standing on nobody's business. If you allowing people in your circle to stop you from getting to the next level, you a coward. And you're not taking ownership. You're not a queen, you a peasant. You're allowing yourself to be a commoner because you refuse to step into the rulership of your queenship. For whatever reason, you are consistently allowing yourself to be distracted, whether it's by terrible men, whether it's by your horrible friends, whether it's about your mom who's never constructed anything and she's always been extremely negative. You are allowing all of these things to distract you, and you are missing your mark. And you're going to be held accountable for your mark. We all going to be accountable for our mark. Okay? So that's something for you to really pay attention to. Number 4. All right? And this is the next element with this. This is how people get caught up right here. Okay, let's just say, you open to listen, you listening. You are honoring the head of household, so you good in that area. You ain't being distracted. So you growing. I mean, your business is growing. It's booming. It's voila, magic. It just seemed like everything started flowing. Because I'm telling you, that's how it happened when you get in alignment. Ask my client, Rocky. She was so scared. She was so scared of the money that she made so fast, she had to start turning down money. And she called me immediately and said, hey, I need a session with you. Because this is a lot. This happened real fast. It's really real. Oh, yes, it's real. It's extremely real. The thing is, though, as you begin to grow like this, guess what happens? You become so attractive. Oh, what Jay-Z said, ain't no such thing as an ugly billionaire, I'm cute. See, as you begin to expand and as you begin to elevate and ascend, it's like your aura, your light just shines and people see you. And when people see light, it's like moths to a flame. They want to be near it. They want to be in the energy of it. They want to feel it. They want all of these things, right? They want all of these things happening, okay? But here's the thing, and I'm going to tell you something, why you got to be very careful about that. It's going to be so many people that want to work with you, that want to partner with you. It's going to be so many people that come out the woodwork that want to offer you deals. It's going to be so many people that come out want to give you brand deals and all these different type of things. But I'm going to tell you something. Be very careful not to scam yourself or to scam someone else. And I'm going to give you the scripture to head with it. Okay? Understand. If a person is approaching you with something and you know within yourself it's not right, you can feel it because you've asked. Because remember, we honor the household before we make decisions, huh? We honor the household before we make decisions. And because we honor the household before we make decisions, we get into a situation where we feel like this is uncomfortable. This may not be right. This may not necessarily be the best deal for me. Something about this does not feel right. Or either they're asking you to do something that's going to be deceitful towards someone else. And you're kind of like, I don't really know how I feel about that. Let me give you some game and always remind you that the bill always comes due via Proverbs 1:18. But when these people set a trap for others, they lie in wait for their own blood because they set an ambush for their own life and rush to their destruction. Let me tell you something. The trap that you set for somebody else is the trap that you fall in. The trap that you set for somebody else is the trap that you fall in. Do you notice that most of the time when scammers get taken down, they normally get a whole bunch of money before they get taken down? It's like they're allowed to get so high up to where the fall is long and hard as a mug. But that is literally how the enemy operates, right? Because the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So what he does is he steals your joy because you find your joy in being praised and being famous and having money. And appearing to be that way. You find joy in that. So when I snatch it from you by exposing who you are, guess what that happens? That kills your confidence. See, let's go into steal, kill right there. Okay? Now your confidence shot because your identity was based in the things that you had and the things that you do. And now that you don't have those things and you can't do that thing, you feel pretty worthless. So your confidence is killed. And so eventually when your spirit gets so crushed, you eventually to the point to where it actually destroys you. It gets steal, kill, and destroy. And eventually you run out of life energy. You run out of life energy because once the spirit breaks, the body is surely to follow. when people come to you with things that sound so good, but you feel it on the inside that's not right, and they want a part. See, you got to understand, you thinking that people want to see you shine, and you need to be asking yourself, how is this person benefiting? What is it that they really want? A perfect example of this is how Master P talked about in his situation when he was flipping his granddaddy thing, and he flipped it. He did the music, and the man was like, we'll give you $1 million. And his brother was like, hey, we finna take that. And listen, I'm from New Orleans. I get it. Especially, so I was there when all the time and all the stuff you talking about was going on. Oh, it was going on. Believe you me. Okay? So the things that he was saying that was going on, that's a lot of money, especially touching that back then. You're like, oh my gosh, let's go ahead and get it. And he was like, nah. And dude was like, you crazy? What you mean? No, we ain't never touched this much money. He said, if that man's ready to give me $1 million, which that's something in my mind, that's a high level amount, it's gotta be more than that. It's gotta be more than that behind it if he willing to slice me $1 million. Another perfect example of this, the Lion King that everyone loves so well. Jason Weaver, in the original Lion King that came out when I was a child, played Simba. They wanted to cut, Disney wanted to cut Jason Weaver, I think a one-time payment of like a couple of million or something like that. Instead, he decided to take $100K and get royalties for the rest of his life. Baby, we ain't seen Jason Weaver. Why? Because he's living his best life in the quietness, away from the noise. He ain't got to perform. He don't have to act. He don't have to dance. He don't have to sing. He don't have to do none of that. That man gets to chill. Why? Because he operated from a space of wisdom. He didn't just grab an offer. Because if you will, and you got to understand that when people are so quick to give you something, you better be questioning that when it come down to money. Even when you think about it, when it come down to your 9 to 5. This is why so many people go to 9 to 5s and y'all don't negotiate your salaries. Yes, we're going to pay you $25 an hour. You're like, yes! I never had $25 an hour in my life. And then you get there and you hate the job 6 months later after the honeymoon period has gone down and you realize $25 an hour in this economy really hasn't done anything for you. But if you would have understood your value before going in, you could have articulated that, and you probably could have asked them for, I don't know, maybe 40, because they had 70 to give you, but you chose and sat at 25. That's what you don't be known. When you understand your value, you articulate it, you amplify it, which increases your income naturally. You become an income increasing asset naturally. Women are literally income increasing assets. If you want to marry a man with means, or even date a man with means, and this is coming from someone who's dated a multitude of different type of men, especially this year, because y'all know I talk about my dating roster stuff. So what you have to understand about men with means in that aspect, they like women who know how to get their own money. They love supporting women who have their own money. They love doing things for women who create their own money, who have found a way. They absolutely adore and love doing that, okay? So you want to get in a space to where you are able to create for yourself, so you're not asking and begging for a man to take you out of your masculine responsibilities. Can we please stop saying that? Can we please stop? A man cannot make you more feminine. It is your responsibility to secure yourself spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, right? Prior to you operating socially to interact with a man. Your relationship with yourself sets the tone for your relationship with every single body else. Your client, your child, your spouse, your friend. The way you treat yourself is exactly how you treat other people. If you ever meet people, they're so negative, they always have something to say to you, it's always this. Those people are 10 times more negative to themselves internally. Now, I ain't telling you to sit there and stay with them while they doing all that beating up on you and on themselves. But what I'm letting you know is that what's happening externally is amplified internally, okay? So we have to start paying attention to that. So if you really want to be in a space where you are out here creating services, you are creating products, you are serving clients, you are really being paid well while doing it, you're going to have to remember to obey spiritual law. When you violate these key laws, things happen and they don't go your way. One key law is the law of sowing and reaping, also known as the law of cause and effect. Okay? I'm going to give you some examples of kind of what this looks like. For example, let's just say, number one being you're open to listen. Let's say you refuse to listen. Because you refuse to listen, you're going to miss out on opportunities. It's going to make you very, 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 very sad towards the end of your life. Because you're going to be wondering why nothing tends to work out for you, why things are not happening for you, why you miss all these opportunities, how are these people like you start doing this comparison thing, and it all starts because you're not listening. And the first thing you're not doing is you're not listening to yourself. You're not listening to yourself enough to be honest about what it is that you need. The second thing is very important. If you make a decision not to honor your creator, honor the household head, right? You basically go out here blind. You have no wisdom, and you're literally running on your own cognizance, which I wouldn't recommend, because we are in a state right now where society programs us with anxiety-driven programming. So you already high-strung. Can you really, you high-strung, you eat hot Cheetos and McDonald's every day. Can you really trust your judgment? I'm not even being funny with that. I'm not even being funny with that. How in the world do you expect to make a sane decision when you fill your body with crap, GMO foods, crap, music, crap, television, all of that stuff? How do you expect to do that? And you're not listening. How do you expect to pan out well? No, like really, how do you expect to pan out well? And then you in foreign territory. You didn't even make this place. Baby, how's y'all out here wandering? Why would you wander in somebody's house without their, like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay? Number 3, if you allow yourself to be distracted by sinners, which is basically people who get in your way to make you miss your mark. If you engage with people who make you miss your mark, you're going to miss opportunities, because guess what? Guilty by association is a real thing. Guilty by association is a real thing. Let me tell you one thing about me for sure. If you've ever wanted to partner with me and work with me, you better know I'm checking your circle. You better know I'm checking your circle. You better know I'm checking who you're around. You better know I'm checking who you allow to mentor you. You better know I'm checking before I'm going to align myself with you. Because people don't vet friendships. People don't vet business. Because people really ain't even vetting men that they date. So you're not vetting, therefore you don't know. You just going off the vibes because somebody cool. Cool is a state. You can be cool, you can be hot. It can shift real quick. So why are we leaning to that? Why are we allowing that to be the standard? Okay? When you allow these people into your space to distract you and you consistently miss your mark, you live a very unfulfilled life. You live a very sad life. When you keep listening to people and being in circles where they're always talking about how there's horrible men. And I think I had this conversation yesterday, a little bit like when I was talking. Me and my sister were talking on the phone, and she said, you know, I hear a lot of women, and they always tell me about how horrible their dating experiences are, how bad they are. She's like, so many women. My sister's 25. She's like, I hear women my age. I hear women like that's older. I hear all of this different type of stuff, right? And she was like, and they always complain, and they always say how negative, how they never getting what they want from men, and da-da-da. And she was like, and I talk to you, and I watch how men treat you, and I watch how your dating experiences are, and I see how they go. And I'm like, how is it that you're able to do well? And all these other people that I'm seeing and I'm hearing, they're struggling. That's because they're not changing themselves. Because how many conversations you going to have about having bad men before you start looking at yourself to say, where you meeting them? How you attracting them? How are you influencing them coming your way? Because I'm going to tell you something. People like to be like, oh, yeah, these men just be like whatever. Let me tell you something. I go to the hood gas station in a hot second when I feel like I want me a hot pickle. Get into it, right? And when I go to the gas station, yes, it's 50 million men sitting there. You know what they do? They open doors for me. They greet me. They don't be whistling and catcalling me. They don't be disrespecting me. Hell, some of them even offer to pay for what I'm buying in the store. See, the thing is, and all of that is because I present myself at all times as a woman. I'm just being. I'm not trying to do. And if you're trying to talk to me, I always want to say, I'm actually not in a space where I'm actually receiving dating right now. I'm not really receiving right now in that space. I really appreciate you. I'm always very kind, even if I need to turn them down. I don't think they're beneath me. We just chemically, we're not a match. See? Because I understand my chemistry. Hello. I understand my chemistry. And if you out here asking for dollars outside the gas station, I mean, that don't really mesh well. That don't really work well. for me. So it's about you really understanding and not allowing yourself to be distracted. Okay? If you allow yourself to be in situations where you fall into the trap of number 4, where people set a trap for other people, or they try to scam other people and they bring you along with the scam and you go along with the scam, let me tell you something. It tells you in scripture, even in Proverbs, I can't remember where it is right now, but it lets you know that when you obtain wealth from an evil place, you cannot sustain it or keep it. What I teach my clients is sustainability practices, sustainability business models, so that they're actually able to keep it. They're able to thrive in their businesses, which is why I keep telling women, like, the digital business model is the wave to go, because you are able to travel from anywhere in the world. So, and I'm going to do a live on this one day, but I'm going to do a live on dating and having a digital business model and dating from that aspect, because it's beautiful. If you don't like the men in your town, you got a business and you have these gifts, create. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't be understanding y'all. If you have creative gifts, and you know you have creative gifts that can, like, you can create income for yourself, and you are dying to get away from your town or your city because the men there are so this and this and that, why would you not create more income for yourself so that you literally can afford to go travel to other places and meet other people, and to put yourself in other high vibrational experiences so you're able to meet other people? Because you hate your town so much, don't you want to move anyway? Why are you not traveling? Oh, I don't have any money. You don't have any money because you don't understand you are money. Therefore, you don't create it. Boom. Why are you sitting in one space where you hate when you can literally go and do something else? I don't understand. I really, really don't understand. So one day I'm going to talk about that. But the dating dynamic, like, is amazing men out here. Like, y'all need to stop playing. Y'all sitting in one space doing the same thing over and over again, expecting people to come, and it's not the way that works. Okay? So make sure that you caught what I said today, and that you obey spiritual law so that you actually can be serving and being supported the way that you're supposed to be being supported while you're out journeying, doing your business, dating, traveling, exploring new things, creating new content, whatever that looks like for you. Okay? You want to be in a space where you are creating success. In the first place you do that is by building a spiritual foundation. Please, please, please be open to listen. Please, please, please. Okay? Honor your creator. Please, please, please don't be distracted. Please, please, please don't fall for the traps. Okay? Very, very important. So does this apply to women who marry men simply for his money? Absolutely. You thought I was going to say something different? Yeah, it absolutely does. And the reason why it absolutely does is this. When you solely marry a man for money, that means that you are making him your source. It's very interesting to me when people try to make a creation their source when they are simply a creation. When that creation, or if their creation gets in some type of situations where they can no longer be the source of that money that you married them for, what are you going to do then? If you don't understand your ability to be, or that you are an income increasing asset, you're probably going to leave, or you're probably going to be stressed, or you're probably going to be in a rut. I don't know. That's why I say men who have resources and who have income, they love women. The women they marry is smart. They're not marrying. See, it's the thing. If you try to marry a man for money and you can't manage money, he's going to leave you. When I tell you, one of my... I know somebody was married to this very wealthy guy who was connected to this other lady. Let me tell you something about wealthy men sometimes, and how some of them, rich men, some of them can be. This particular woman thought that she was just going to sit there and not do anything. This man had been saying to her that he wanted her to lose weight. See, it's rules. See, this is the thing a lot of women don't. It's rules up there. It's rules up there. It's order up there. And you have to be willing to submit to wisdom up there. So she decided that she wasn't going to work on herself. She wasn't going to lose weight. The man sent her, her husband sent her an email, told her she had 2 weeks to leave. That he was divorcing her. She had 2 weeks to leave because she wouldn't comply with his program. Be very careful what you say that you want and what you claim that you're trying to submit to. You better know what you're doing. See, you will never hear me out here saying, oh, I need to marry me a rich man. Oh, I'm going to marry a man that has resources, because let me tell you something. Why would I not? I'm a resourceful woman. It wouldn't make sense. The key thing is though, I am marrying a man who has excellent character. I desire to be with men who know how to provide and still stay grounded and be who they are even when they're upset with me. Okay? They don't switch. See, all of these things you really have to pay attention to. Be very careful of your motives. To marry someone solely for money is deceitful, and you will find yourself being deceived. Okay? What questions do you have for me about anything about today's live? And let me break down the products and services that I offer really quickly for those who are interested. Now, if you want to understand how to obey spiritual law, there's a course that I have that is in the FEMA bundle. It's called the Feminine Emotional Mastery Accelerator course. In that course, you're going to learn the following things. In fact, you're going to become a master. That bundle is for women who are ready for mastery. It's not ready for the ones who are still stuck in their emotions. In that particular bundle, you're going to learn how to master your emotions the feminine way. You're going to learn how to use the laws of feminine communication to articulate what you need from the masculine, what you need from other people, what you need in general. You're going to get a self-proof, full accountability system. There's no reason why you should be getting played after that particular course right there, okay? You are also learning how to master your emotions so your emotions are not mastering you. That is the one course that you're getting in there. The second course that you're getting in there is called also Intelligence to Income. This is where you learn how to take this is how you stop hustling. Right here. You learn to take your intelligence and package it into a service for about a 4-figure service. Okay, if you really bought that life, a 4-figure service. And once you do that and you start acquiring income, you realize that you don't have to work as hard. You can work less, and you can get more, and you can work a whole lot less. You can create courses, you can create digital products, you can create ebooks, you can create services and a whole bunch of other different stuff where people pay you highly. That is the course where my client went from having $250 to $15,000 within less than 30 days. That course alone, okay? And women have gotten a multitude of clients off that one course alone. So that's also in the bundle. The third course that is in that bundle is the Feminine Law and Order Masterclass. That is the coup de grace, the mwah, baby. What I have learned about us as women, we love to read books, we love to educate ourselves, we love to hoard knowledge. It only makes you big-headed to hoard all of this knowledge. So what happens in the Feminine Law and Order Masterclass is that you literally get the blueprint and the structure that is going to support you in becoming an energetic match to receive whatever it is that you want. No gimmick, no game, no gatekeeping, no nothing. I literally give you the full-fledged structure strategy that I live by. It's a cheat code in the 10 Commandments if you pay attention. There is a clear outline, okay? Hold on, what you say? How much? It's $497, and you can get it with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. Once it's a clear structure cheat code in the 10 Commandments. There's a clear structure on how you can utilize, okay, and understand universal law and use it to create your reality. And you get to learn about the 4 different archetypes of your cycle. So you learn to align with it. Okay, so you can stop fighting yourself, so you can stop appearing to be moody, so you can stop appearing to be all over the place. This is going to support you in mastering your emotions, mastering your money, and mastering your feminine design. So if you are a woman who desires mastery, because I'm going to tell you something, in 2024, these feminine energy conversations and can I get a date and who dating who, that ain't going to be the women that's winning. The women who are going to be women are the women who have achieved a level of a mastery, because mastery is attractive to men. A woman who knows how to operate and who knows how to be feminine and how to conduct herself is extremely attractive, because that woman is very controlled. That woman understands order, and it's very clear that that woman knows how to submit to wisdom. So that is extremely attractive. Okay? And people don't realize that. People don't realize that. They don't understand that. And I'm telling you, that particular bundle, the Feminine Emotional Mastery Accelerator, that pathway is going to support you with those 3 courses. Okay? So that's $497. You can get it with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. I have some other courses up there as well. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Digital Nomad program. It's a 12-week program where I'm teaching women how to basically prepare and get their business and build it out so they can travel the world and do their sacred work. Whether you want to do it in Jamaica, whether you want to do it in Canada, whether you want to do it somewhere else in the States, you can absolutely do that. And I'm giving you a blueprint on how I did it, how you can do it, and how easy it really is. It's not as difficult. People ask me all the time, how do people really make money from this? You can look it up online. I think the top salary, went all the way up to like 250,000, but there are some of us that are literally making more than 250,000 a year. I'm just being honest. So you literally, it's up to you to make the decision about what it is that you want to do. In that particular program, we have 5 phases. I'm going to be teaching you how to sync with your cycle so you can design out your complete business and your business plan. We're going to build out your global business plan. We're going to get your CEO leadership together as a feminine woman. Okay. We're going to map out what your digital nomad lifestyle looks like. So if you're a single woman and you want to include dating, we have all of that. Literally, we're working all of that within you. So you're going in spaces that are high vibrational. You're going in spaces that literally suit you, because when you're in those states, your energy is so contagious. Your energy is so magnetic. Your energy is so high because you're so excited. It's attractive, it's contagious, and it will draw more people in it, okay? So when we're designing it, when we're creating your digital nomad lifestyle, if dating is a part of your profile, if homeschooling your children is a part of the profile that you want, all of these things we can discuss and we talk about during that particular time frame of the program, okay? And then lastly, we're getting you set up so that you can take your first digital nomad assignment right after you come out of the program. So that particular program you apply for, you can click the link in the bio to be able to apply for that. If you are just kind of nervous, but you want to know more about the digital nomad journey, click the link in the bio and subscribe to my email address to get the newsletter where I'm talking about the digital nomad journey and walking you through it. Let me see what else is up there. We have the alignment bundle. The alignment bundle is for people who need to do, yay, so awesome. Kendra, that's Kendra. She's in the digital nomad, the feminine solar cycle digital nomad collective. And I absolutely adore her. I adore all the women that are in there. They're just so amazing. And I'm just really excited because I'm actually going to be planning something for them in 2024 so we all can meet up. So I'm excited. The alignment bundle is for women who want to change the trajectory of their life, and they actually need to do the shadow work. They know that they have gifts within them. They're ready to stop hustling. They need help reprogram their habits. They need help doing those type of things. And if you need that type of help, then get the divine alignment bundle. It's going to help you get that generational curse out the way, because you're going to change the trajectory of your lineage. It's going to support you in changing your mindset, because you're going to do a mindset mirror challenge. Love you more. And then you're also going to learn how to create passive income for yourself. Please, y'all, stop working so hard. It's stressing y'all out. It's making you like just very miserable. It's aging you. Please, like, start using your mind and your intelligence to make money. You don't have to use all of this manual labor, I'm telling you. So you learn how to get past to be paid in that course, and then you also learn how to reprogram your habits. That particular course is $222. You can get that with Affirm, Klarna, and Afterpay. And then I also have, if you struggle with balancing your vibration, I have a course up there for $88 called the Serenity Glow Masterclass, which will show you and teach you how to maintain your vibration and how to get your emotional state starting point together. Okay, so I have a plethora of resources that range anywhere from $88 all the way into the 5 figures. That's where my offers come in. My top sellers is that the courses that are in that feminine emotional mastery accelerator bundle, those are the top. That's a top seller. The divine alignment bundle is a top seller. Okay, those are my 2 top sellers, along with my digital nomad program. People buy Serenity Glow Masterclass because it's amazing too. Them other ones though, that's when you getting down to the real. That's for the women who ready to put they red dress on, because they know what time it is. Okay. What questions do you guys have for me? Anything in regard to anything that I spoke about today, anything in regard to any of the courses or services that I offer, make sure that you click the link in the bio to be able to check out the testimonials and different things like that, and to see how I can support you. So drop whatever questions you may have in the comments. I'm going to stay on for a few minutes to answer questions, and then I'm going to go. Hey, I hope that y'all are well. I hope that you're well. Let me know if y'all have any questions. No problem. I'll praise to the Most High. All right. Okay. So I'm not seeing any additional questions. I'm going to get off here. Y'all let me know if y'all have any questions. Myself or my assistant will reach out to you. Feel free to email me. Like I said, click the link in the bio to be able to check out any of the products and services so that we can support you, because I'm really excited about the journey that a lot of my clients are on. And for those who are nervous and want more information about the Digital Nomad program, but just kind of nervous about money, but you're ready to kind of look at some things, apply for the program, read up on it, click the link, apply for the program, right? And then we're going to let you know what the next steps are going to be from there. And just know, like I said, the women that's in that program, we're going to have a great time next year. So, all right, y'all, I'm going to go now. Thank y'all so much for your time. I really appreciate y'all spending this amazing Monday with me. I hope that the information that I gave you edified you and inspired you to take action and to think. All right. So I hope that y'all have an amazing, amazing Monday. Peace out.